As my predecessor Keith would say, we've got a banger of a show for you this week. We are joined by a very special guest, Mr. Dallas Sonnier.
Producer of stuff like Bone Tomahawk and Dragged Across Concrete. It's got a brand new one called Frontier Crucible.
We do indeed. The theme of the show this week is a road trippin'.
Hell yeah. Holiday Road. Our top 5 this week is pirate movies. Arr.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Good Movie Monday, your home for nerdy cinematic ramblings. My name is Ben Helwig, and I'm joined, as ever, by Mr. Glenn Cochran.
Ben's hosting. Last time you hosted, I took over.
You just took over. Well, that's right. Now I've got nothing to say.
Hey.
I did ask how's it. Did I not ask how's it going? I think I just did ask.
I was in my own head. Did you?
You were just repeating to yourself.
It's going good. Ben's hosting.
That's great. Why, considering I'm hosting, why don't you tell people about where they can find us online?
How about goodmoviemonday.com? Go there, and from there you can find links to all of our social medias. We're on them all, particularly Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can click on the support tab, chip in a little bit, help us with the show. That'd be fantastic. You can drop us a message there. You can also buy merch. We've got t-shirts and we've got whiskey glasses and fun stuff. Not monster hats though. We don't. No. You'd think that we have monster hats for merch.
Unfortunately, no.
That moment you rock up to a party and someone's wearing the same thing.
That's right. Can you tell that we coordinated our fashions this week? Well, we didn't.
Geez.
Just turned out that way.
Goodmoviemonday.com. That's it.
Fantastic. Well, look, as we mentioned in the preamble, we have a solid, jam-packed show for you this week. But first, you've been to the cinema.
I have been to the movies this week, and I've seen 2 movies. I've seen How to Make a Killing, the new Glenn Powell movie.
I thought you were seeing 3 this week.
Yeah, but I couldn't get to the
you
last one.
You piked on the last one. Excellent. I don't feel so bad now.
Yeah, and The Bride. I saw The Bride as well. But I wanted to just quickly touch upon How to Make a Killing. Not so much about the movie itself. It's a remake of Kind Hearts and Coronets, which is a classic black comedy.
A Studio Canal comedy that is out on 4K.
Fun movie. It's decent. I wouldn't say it's anything great, but if you catch this one, on home entertainment, then I think you're in for a treat. I think is it worth a trip to the movies? I don't know. I'll let you be the judge, but more than that.
I'm trying to think if my memory serves me correct with Kind Hearts and Coronets, but that's the one that has Alec Guinness in kind of multiple
He plays
roles.
all the family members, and
members.
that's the missed opportunity. Considering that Glenn Powell was recently in a TV show where he played multiple characters, it was the perfect opportunity. I kind of think he's a little bit miscast, to be honest with you, but it's fine. But the screening in itself really pissed me off. Really fucking pissed me off. We just need to talk about people at screenings. We're in a fairly large cinema. We're at Crown Casino. And I'm, as always, one of the first into the cinema. Mm-hmm. And as people start filing in, they all go into my aisle. All right? Until my aisle is completely full of people before anywhere else. And I'm the one on the end that has to scoot over for, everyone.
Yeah.
So that shit me.
What night was this?
This would have been a Wednesday night.
That is amazing.
Why?
Because Wednesday night, I had to go to the supermarket.
Yep.
After work.
Yep.
And I went to the Chatston Village supermarket, to the underground car park. I've just told everyone where I live. And there's a big car park that was 95% empty.
Yep.
And as I'm pulling in, there's this guy screaming, going nuts. And as I get in the car, I can hear what he's saying. And he's literally having a go at the guy who's parked right next to him, so close to his car that he can barely get into it. And he's like, the car park is empty. 40 million spaces you could have parked in. And you parked right next to mine. And not just next to mine. So close that I can't get in.
We're touching tips here.
He was furious.
I would be too. And I wasn't involved in this next story, but I witnessed it and I was angry. Just for nobody in particular. I was just angry. So we had that whole situation where they all filled my row. Okay, fine. But then the cinema goes black, the movie starts, and 2 people rock up late. All right, maybe 5 minutes into the film, and the start is important, to get all this backstory. Anyway,
unless it's a Jason Statham credit sequence, and then it's okay to talk.
These 2 people rock up late, and then they whisper to the row in front of me, to the people all the way down, like, "Can you move up so we can fit?" And there's like 3 or 4 rows beforehand that are empty.
Right.
And they made people during the movie scoot up so they could get into that row. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with the other rows?
Yeah. Did you know them?
No. Tell you what, though. And then you had like old people, the old man with a cane, and he just tapped it all the way through the movie. Like, what the fuck is with this screening? And it was a different screening to usual. You know how we usually have the same kind of rabble of people that rock up to these things?
Yeah.
This was more senior citizen based than all the rest. So I don't know where the publicist went and put the invites out to, but it was obviously a retirement village of some sort.
They tried to get a crowd who would remember Kind Hearts and Coronets, but I think that movie came out in like...
56 or something like that, I reckon.
Yeah.
I don't know, but bloody hell. And then I went and saw The Bride, which this is an interesting one because I absolutely loved this movie. I actually think I said to you it could be my favourite horror film of the year thus far. I know we're only into like March, but you've got to have a best at some, as we go. It'll probably get taken over, but it's great. But I'm seeing all the reviews online are scathing. People are really shitting on this movie. I don't understand what they saw, and I didn't. And then I'm looking at the audience reviews after it got released, and it's like, okay, they loved it.
I think it's similar to like Wuthering Heights.
Yeah. Because I had somebody at this screening say to me, "Oh, what did you think of Wuthering Heights?" And I said, "Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it." And then they like got their back up. "Oh no, I thought it was terrible, like an awful adaptation." And I said, "Well, that's what the quotation marks were for on the title, because it was an interpretation of an adaptation."
Although I did hear Emerald Fennell.
Dunno.
What's her name? The director?
Oh yes. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah,
Emerald Fennell.
Yep.
I listened to an interview with her, and she's like, "Oh, what was the deal with the quotation marks?" She goes, "Oh, but when I was a kid and I watched any literary adaptation, like Great Expectations or anything, they had the quote marks in the front." And
I also heard her say though that is just because it's her recollection of the movie.
Well, she said, she says it's 3 things. She wrote when she decided that she was going to do it. She wrote down a list of all the things that she remembered from the film. And she goes, some of them were spot on, and some of them were just like her complete fabrication of how she kind of remembered it. And she was like, but there's no reason why I shouldn't get to keep that.
Well, that's what I said to this particular person. I said, well, you've got maybe 20 other adaptations you can go and watch. This is one that's different. God forbid.
Yeah. I do understand it, because a lot of the time I hate adaptations. If I've read the original source material, and it's just upsetting. But then again, I love it when I haven't read the original
maybe
material.
60% of the movies you watch are adaptations of something, and you've just never seen them.
And you didn't know.
But yeah, The Bride, I think it's great. Go and check it out. It's definitely worth seeing at the cinemas because it's big, it's brass, it's like bold, and it's all like musical infused, and it's Bonnie and Clyde meets Frankenstein. Like, great.
I heard, what's his name? John. Oh. That is the stand-up comedian who is married to Olivia Munn now.
Okay.
And he's like good friend. He was an SNL writer for a long time, and he did all of the...
I know who you mean. Let's just pretend we know what you're talking about. And while you do that, I'm just going to have a little sip of my drink here. Sorry, Safari can't open that page right now, mate.
No.
You're doomed.
I can't remember what his name is, but anyway, he was like hosting some award show, and he said, people seem to think that I'm a stand-up comedian, but I'm also one of you. People, the state of my movie career is this, though. My agent sent me an email saying these people want you to read for a part of Cop in this new movie starring Christian Bale and Jesse Buckley, and he lists like these 3 producers, and he goes like, I've heard of one of those people, and they're not offering me the part. They want me to read for it, and the character doesn't even have a name. And let me just tell you here and now, I did not book that part.
Well, it was a great part.
Was it?
It was Peter Sarsgaard.
Yeah, right.
And that's where the film noir comes into it, because it's these two detectives, him and Penelope Cruz, are like chasing Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein across the country, and it's like it turns into like Bonnie and Clyde, and it's fantastic. That's a missed opportunity right there.
Like, he did audition for it, he just didn't get it.
Speaking of cinemas, can I just quick? I know you're hosting and all, but can I just say this because you haven't got it on your notes right there? Eclipse Cinema, they are one of our sponsors this year, and we are grateful to them. If you go to eclipse-cinema.com.au, you can see all the movies that they've got screening. They're based in Melbourne, and if you keep listening to the show, we're going to have some tickets to give away for that. So thank you to them. Another sponsor we got, Ben. Inked Food Co. Haha, you know what they are? Right in front of us, hot sauces.
I've been waiting for this all show.
Care to indulge?
I do care to indulge.
Look at that, Ben. Chicken.
I regret getting over enthusiastic and drinking my drink.
Finished
it off before imbibing in the hot sauce.
You know what Scooby would say? So we have got this week, we're doing a different sauce from this company. They're an upstart company. They haven't launched just yet. They've sent us prototypes. If you're watching this on video.
Upstart or a startup?
Startup, upstart, whatever. Either or. I read it upside down. I was in bed. They're a startup. And they sent us prototypes of their flavors. They have some more to come as well. But go to their Facebook page. From there, they have links to. If their website's up and running, you'll get some more information there. But we have been enjoying a different flavor each week. This is the Jack Reaper flavor, which I believe is your favorite.
On the taste test that we did when the sauces were delivered, this is my favorite. It's a pineapple.
It's a pineapple and jackfruit based sauce. Now, I believe, I could be mistaken, this one was particularly made for the Asian market because jackfruit is a really big flavor in Asian cuisine. So it's got a really strong kind of, if you know what jackfruit tastes like, it's got that taste, but then it's chased with some pineapple. So
yeah, I have no idea what jackfruit tastes like, but I taste the pineapple.
Okay.
I quite like it.
We're going to eat these. We're not going to make the same mistake last time and eat like the whole time because it's annoying. But these have fire. Oh, I've got some sauce to dip into if you want.
Oh, I do.
This is a lot hotter than last week's sauce, I think. I don't know how the Scoville, whatever, bromometer, whatever the fuck, the hot sauce is making me lose my speech. You know what I mean? The intensity. Would you say out of 1 to 10?
Well, at the moment, it's about a 4, but I feel it's only getting stronger as we go.
Yeah, I'm going to put this as an 8 out of 10. That's got kick. You could start a moped with that.
It is. It really builds.
It does. It's on the back of my throat. Last week's one was more on the roof of my mouth. This one's right down the back. And can I say, before you got here, I started preparing this and I started preparing this. If you like hot sauce. And as I'm cooking it, I did like a slight brushing of it while it's in the pan. Whole house, pepper in the eyes. Everybody came out going, "What the fuck? It burns!" And I brushed it on afterwards.
In the best way possible.
That's right. That is better this time than it was when we did that first taste test. Like, I'm really getting the pineapple out of this. Delicious. So yeah, inkfood.co.
It's much stronger on the non-crumbed chicken.
Yeah, because last week I did it on crumb chicken and that absorbed a lot of the heat.
And I think on that first taste test too, it was crumbed.
Yeah, for sure. So maybe we have to do a rematch for the first flavour, which was the maple fire one, which is a maple syrup blueberry based one. It was a real deep purple. Anyway, Ink Food Co. Go to their Facebook page, give them a like, follow. Thank you to them for sponsoring our show.
We're back.
He's not lying either.
No.
My mouth is on fire.
My lips, my tongue, back of my mouth.
Later on your asshole.
I'm looking forward to that part. was worried the rest of the show I'm going to have chicken in my teeth. I'd rather it was fish. So let's have a chat about road trip movies.
Theme of the week, everybody. It's theme of the week. Road tripping.
So what movies immediately sprung to mind when you read this theme?
Check out the first question I have for you there. Are there any that spring to mind? Well,
good thing I'm hosting, which means I get to ask the question first.
I know, see? Benny's hosting. Benny's hosting. Remember. Benny's choking. Look, immediately when this ended up on the spreadsheet for us to think about, obviously National Lampoon's Vacation comes to mind. That's an obvious one. But outside of that, you got Planes, Trains and Automobiles. Mm-hmm. But really, the one that really...
So kind of comedies.
Yeah, yes, because the other ones that come to mind are the Bruce McDonald trilogy of Highway 61, Roadkill, and Hardcore Logo, which he then expanded into a bigger franchise. But those are rock and roll, black comedy road trip movies, and they're fantastic. So that's the kind of shit that comes to my mind. And there are so many to contemplate. What about you first? Like, what came to your mind? Like, without having to do any research, what just sort of sprung up?
Well, look, I think I've talked about it on the show numerous times, but Route 66? No, not Route 66, that's the TV series.
Interstate 90 or whatever it was?
Interstate 60.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the one I'm thinking.
Is that one where she's rooting away across the country?
No, that's just one of the people. So it's James Marsden.
Yes.
And his father is pushing him to like this career that he doesn't want, and this I think college degree, although he may have already finished college. Mm-hmm. So he takes this one last act of kind of not defiance, but like freedom, and does this road trip across Highway 60 in the US, Interstate 60. And along the way, he just meets all of these interesting characters. Like one is Chris Cooper, who's an ex-ad man.
Yep.
And he's got dynamite strapped to his chest, and because he can't stand lying anymore. Mm-hmm. So anyone who lies, he basically threatens to blow them up. He comes in. He runs into this town that's full of lawyers, mm-hmm. and so they immediately any new person enters the town, they get arrested for some vague city ordinance that they've broken, and then they just keep getting rearrested and stuff. So they have to keep hiring the lawyers, and it's this whole thing. And then, he does run into the Pink Power Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson.
That's right.
Who is traveling the interstate looking for the best fuck.
In the world.
And
it's got a great final act with that storyline. Go find it and watch it, because it's a wonderful movie written by Bob Gale, I think, who did Back to the Future. Really cool.
So that one is what I think about. And then I think about the kind of funnily enough, because you were talking about The Bride, but the Bonnie and Clyde type road movies, Bonnie and Clyde, Natural Born Killers, Badlands, that kind of thing.
Yeah, California.
Absolutely.
I, just for the sake of this conversation, broke them into genres.
Oh, me too.
We did not plan that.
No.
We are on a wavelength. We are like a boy band. We're in sync. We are. Let's start with comedies. I mean, there's more comedies, I think, than any other. In my mind, anyway. I mean, one of the greats. I talk about this movie all the time.
Wild Hogs?
No. Try and guess. One movie that there's probably maybe 5 movies in general that I repeat on this show that I fucking love.
Is there a poster of it up around?
No. But there should be. Because the posters I've got here, its poster is very similar in style and aesthetic.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Follow That Bird. The Sesame Street movie.
Well, I've never seen it, so I have no idea.
Have you never seen Follow That Bird?
No, never seen it.
Holy shit, yeah. It's a road movie, and you got the people like John Candy, John Flaherty, Chevy Chase, meet Big Bird on the road. It's just a wonderful... It's for adults. Like, it is an adult... It's a Muppet movie, and the Sesame Street gang being in it is the appeal for the kids.
So let me ask you this question. Does Big Bird know the rules of the road?
Well, Big Bird's hitchhiking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So will he take a shot in the mouth to get a couple more miles down the road?
That's right.
It's the rules of the road.
He rolls up his coils on his legs. And I got Pee-wee's Big Adventure in there. And the third movie they did, Pee-wee's Big Holiday. That's a bit of a road trip movie. Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Great one. Vacation, obviously. Sideways, Little Miss Sunshine. Rat Race.
Yeah.
I did also have Interstate 60 there. I had Road Trip, like, hello.
I had It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World, which is what Rat Race is a remake of.
It's a good remake, I think. Like, I don't know. I mean, John Lovett's doing his Nazi thing is worth it. The price of admission alone.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good movie.
I'm winning.
It was one of those. They used to play at the video store over and over again because it was great.
Yep.
Like, it didn't matter who came in, and it didn't matter if they interrupted you because you could just tune back in, and it was great.
Two things with Rat Race. One being, I think it's a communal kind of movie. I saw it in the cinema with a big crowd, and it was hysterical. Like, when you're laughing with other people, it's probably funnier than if you were at home by yourself.
Yep.
And the other thing too, it's probably got the single greatest outtake in movie history is where the guy with the lip piercing is trying to plead to his brother, like, put the money in the bag, but he's got the numb tongue, so put the money in the bag. But he's got everybody, including the entire cast on stage, plus the crew, in hysterics, and it takes them about 20 minutes to get this.
To get the take.
And it is, if you've got the DVD, it's probably on YouTube too. It's a great outtake. So they're the comedies.
So I had the trips, Road Trip
of course.
and Euro Trip.
Yep. I thought you were going to talk about the Steve Coogan ones.
No. The trips, yeah. But for me, they're
not road
restaurant
trips.
movies.
Yeah, that's right. They're just traveling.
But I kind of chucked Smokey and the Bandit in there.
Yeah. Oh, how did I forget that one?
Midnight Run, which is a phenomenal film.
Smoking about 3.
Yeah, okay. I've never seen it.
Midnight Run 2.
Midnight Run 2, Electric Boogaloo. Coupe de Ville.
Yeah.
Is a great film. Dirty Grandpa, which I really love, but so many people seem to hate.
Yeah, look, it's okay.
We're the Millers.
Yep.
And Dutch, a.k.a. Driving Me Crazy.
Dutch is a great one.
Ed O'Neill and Ethan Embry and Joe Beth.
Cut from the same cloth as Vacation because John Hughes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
It's a fantastic film.
Should we go to drama? Do you have any dramas there?
I'll tell you my I split them into comedies.
Yep.
Horror.
Okay.
Classics.
Yep.
Cult movies.
Okay.
And indie movies.
Okay, so I went comedies, drama, action, horror, Aussie. Let's do horror.
It's amazing how we didn't do the same, yet they're all video store sections.
Yeah, that's right.
Still.
Just depends on what store you're from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horror. Go to horror. I've only got 3 down for horror.
Well, I had some big ones. Of course, The Hitcher, Joyride, Forsaken Desert Vampires, which we do talk about an awful lot on this show. Jeepers Creepers.
Yep.
Jewel and Vanishing Point.
You've hit all mine. Yep.
Breakdown and Black Dog, which
are
kind of like partner films. And one which is the only one of the horror ones that doesn't actually involve any kind of car is The Road.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a road movie. It just... They don't really drive a
there's
car.
a difference between road movies and road trip movies, but we can split the difference.
Yeah. It is. I mean, they are they are taking a road trip.
Yeah.
They're trying to get to the sea.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's about the cannibals that they meet on the way.
Hills have eyes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
And the big one. The one that, if I was only able to talk about one road trip movie, it would be Race with the Devil.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a phenomenal 70s film starring Warren Oates, Peter Fonda, Loretta Swit, and Lara Parker. And it basically follows this... They're two couples, and they've got this big motorhome with some motorcycles on the back, and they're driving through some Midwestern... I think actually through kind of Texas, through the southern kind of states of the US. And they stop one night and they're kind of having a few beers and have a fire going, and they hear some kind of screaming or something's going on, and so they kind of ride their bikes over and have a look. Warren Oates and Peter Fonda do. And there's basically this kind of satanic ritual going on where they see someone get killed. And so they immediately kind of, they think, I think they've spotted us. So they kind of hightail it out of there and they report it to the local cops. And the cops come out the next day and there's no evidence of anything there. And they're like, I don't know what you talk like, But then as they continue on, they kind of get the sense that they're being followed. And it's everyone. Like it's the guys in the service stations are looking at them funny. The guy in the hotel is looking at them funny. The guy in the convenience store is looking at them funny. And they
paranoia.
Like, the paranoia kind of sets in, but it's a phenomenal film.
Yeah.
I can't recommend it enough if you haven't seen it.
Excellent. My mind cast to some Aussie ones as well, because I think Australia does some really good road trip movies. I mean, you've also got Aussie, Wolf Creek and Road Games are kind of road trip movies, but Spider and Rose, that's a road trip movie. Yep. I love that one. Ricky
I always thought that as like the Australia's
Harold and Maude.
Harold and Maude,
yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. That's I think it was Bill Bennett that directed that one.
Yeah, right.
Ricky and Pete, which is the Nadia Tass one she did after Malcolm. Last Cab to Darwin. Last Cab to Darwin. And Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I think Australia does a lot of road trip kind of movies just because we've got the landscape for it and the long stretches of highway.
Stuff like The Rover.
Yeah.
And,
For sure. Drama-wise, I'll just run through this. I don't have to stop and talk about any in particular, but I had Easy Rider, A Straight Story, the David Lynch film.
I had that in my indie films.
Yeah, Last Orders.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. That's Fred Skepsy, so it's kind of Aussie, but shot in England. Fear and Loathing, Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to action and I did like the Mad Max films. I think they're road trip movies. They're road movies.
Yeah, like the second one for me is the only one that the second one and then Fury Road.
Yep.
But the first one and the third
Well,
one
I've written Fury Road down and in brackets.
Yeah.
I've just gone, well, let's just include all the Mad Maxes.
Yeah.
That is actually where I put Smokey and the Bandit. I don't know why I put it in action. I guess just to fluff up the category. Yeah. And Natural Born Killers I had in there as well.
So, and I had, in classics, I had movies like It Happened One Night, which is like the original road trip movie. Sullivan's Travels, which is a phenomenal film.
Yeah.
The old TV series, Route 66, which is just them literally driving in a convertible down Route 66 and solving people's problems in every town they stop in, which is a great show. Used to be on just about every streaming service. It was like a baseline TV show, and now it's completely disappeared. I don't even think Tubi has it.
Really?
And I don't even think Tubi US has it.
Yeah.
But also, I Know Where I'm Going, which was remade into Leap Year, which is...
That's right, yep.
Which is weird because I Know Where I'm Going it's a Pressburger Power film set in Scotland, and Leap Year is all set in Ireland. And
yeah.
I wonder if the people who remade it were like, same difference.
Yeah, that's right. Did they think about it?
Yeah,
cool.
I also had Chef. I had Chef down in my kind of indie section, other than the ones. And my one kind of big action... I do want to talk about Wild Hogs.
Okay.
But Wild Hogs is there. Very underrated film.
It is. It's great.
It's people tend to make fun of it. I refused to watch it for years, and then it was on a plane, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's fun. It's fun.
But also, Welcome Home Soldier Boys.
I haven't seen that one.
Well, this movie was almost impossible to get. Like, it was only on late night cable in the US, and then Bounty. Like when they gave me control over picking some of the titles, I was like, yes, we're grabbing this one.
I know the image. Yes, I do know this one because it's got, what's his name?
Joe Don Baker in it, Jesse Vint. And the film basically follows these 4 Green Berets who come back from Vietnam. And it ties with Rambo as being the first kind of post-Vietnam, post-traumatic stress kind of movie.
Yeah.
And the guy who directed it did another fantastic film called Macon County Line. But they get dropped off in Los Angeles, and so they rent a car together, and they drive across the Midwest to get home to their southern states. But along the way, they kind of it's not the America they remember, and they're not treated as well as they
what a cast. Yep.
think they deserve to be. And in fairness to the other people, the regular people don't understand what they've been through, and they're a bit obnoxious.
Yep.
But then it all has this phenomenal kind of showdown where they pull into this tiny town, and it's like 6 a.m. and everything's closed, and they need petrol. And so instead of waiting, they decide to knock the lock off the petrol station and fill their car up. And the old guy who owns the petrol station spies it from his bedroom window in his house across the street, and it fires a shotgun at them.
Amazing.
Or a rifle, I guess, not a shotgun, because it's a petrol station. You don't want to go too crazy.
Yeah.
And this sets them off, and they pop the hood of their trunk, which you have not known about through the film. And they are carrying grenades and machine guns and mortar rounds and everything.
I have to see it.
And they destroy this town. It is one of the most phenomenal action sequences.
It is my kind of thing. And I love Jeffrey Lewis as well as John Baker. Yep.
It's great.
Cool.
But yeah, there we go.
What about the Boneheads? See what they reckon.
Yeah.
Welcome to Bonehead Weekly Fun Size. And James, what's our topic this week?
We're off on the road to road trips. We're talking about road trips.
Road trips. And the best one is that Alvin and the Chipmunks 4 Road Chip.
Okay, I can't comment. I haven't seen it. It could be Shakespearean.
It's the least out of the 4 of them, gentlemen. And I've seen them all repeatedly, and that's saying something. Who wants to go first?
I think you should go ahead and redeem yourself.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
That's good.
It's not only based on one of my favorite books of all time, it's, to me, one of the more faithful adaptations of any book ever done until of course, I always criticize, until the very end. I like the way the book ends a little bit better because the book brings it home of the shift in the counterculture and how it was almost over. It was passed over by the time that was going on anyway. And it's very moving. The movie at the end of it doesn't quite end with that moving moment that Hunter words do, that the book does, and brings it all, the madness home. I love that movie though. Next.
Great cast. Chad, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. If you watched last week's episode, I picked The Wraith starring Charlie Sheen. So I'm just going to keep the ball rolling with Charlie Sheen movies and go 3 for the Road, 1987.
Yeah, it's not a terrible movie.
It's not a terrible movie.
But I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
I really enjoyed it. It's so if you don't know 3 for the Road, it's kind of a forgotten movie. It's he plays a political aide, and he has a pal who's kind of shy. And the senator that he works for tasks him with taking his out of control daughter across the country to an institution where she'll be institutionalized. And it's about them going on this journey and dealing with life's problems. And it's a really feel good film. It has a great ending. I do want to say one thing. It is directed by Bill Norton. This is one of 3 movies that he ever did. Other than that, it's all TV. And this is the top one, followed by Baby.
That's a movie. I don't think there was an article I saw the other day, Chad, where it's like no one knows that there was a dinosaur movie with the guy from The Prisoner called Baby.
Yeah, and Linda Hamilton.
I forgot she was in it.
Yeah, I loved. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid, and of course his the sequel to American Graffiti, More American Graffiti. Other than that, Bill Norton has done nothing but TV. So I had to pick 3 for the road, guys. Let's see. Tune in next week and see if I pick another Charlie Sheen film.
James?
I'm going to go with one that's a little bit heavier. But if you've not seen it, 2013, Tom Hardy starred in Locke. If you haven't seen Locke, it is a British film, and it takes place entirely in a car, start to finish. Every conversation he has is on his phone, in the car. But the plot is that he had an affair. The woman is 7 months pregnant. She went into labor early, and he decides he will not be the man his father was. His father abandoned him. So he doesn't go home to watch a sports game with his children and wife. He instead decides to drive to London to be there for the birth of his illegitimate child. And everything that you can imagine that involves, he calls his wife, confesses. He talks to the quote unquote spirit of his dead father, who he envisions in the passenger seat. It's a heavy movie. And I want to throw out one honorable mention, and that's Stakeland, because it's just a vampire road trip movie, and we need more of those. Thank you.
That's true. That was not bad. Yeah. All right. This has been Bonehead Weekly Fun Size.
During that little interlude, I just helped myself to some more lovely hot sauce chicken, Glenn. And I bring that up because, speaking of sponsors, and I'm all about the segues, the Eclipse Cinema in
Collingwood
are another fantastic sponsor of the show, one of our new sponsors.
Yeah, their website is eclipse-cinema.com.au.
And they have given us a couple of tickets to give away to the first schmo that, upon this show dropping on Monday morning, sends us an email asking for them.
That's right. If you go to our website, goodmoviemonday.com, and just go to the Contact Us tab and shoot us a message, be the first one, and they're yours. It's any session of your choice, whatever they're screening. And they're doing a lot of the Umbrella catalogue. They're also doing brand new releases that are dropping to the cinemas, as well as some other, repertory stuff. So, yeah, we do appreciate them. They're a nice little boutique cinema. If you've ever been over to Geelong and seen the Pivotorian, they run that as well, which is quite popular. So, yeah, do appreciate them.
Cool. Now that that's over with, and you've got your free shit from us, why don't we have a chat to Dallas Sonnier?
He could be one of my favourite guests on this show.
You love him.
I do, and I love him because, and you'll see why. It's because of his personality. I think he has got more enthusiasm in his pinky than half the people we do chat with. You know, you'll see straight out of the gates, he's in a great mood. He just wants to talk about cinema. It's the only thing he loves in the world, other than his family, apparently.
Yeah.
And I think we touch on some great stuff with this one, not just his films, but the state of cinema and what he loves about it, and how he thinks and
what's happening, and
how we should save it.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it.
People need medical supplies down south, and you know how to navigate the Apache. You could do it, alone, unaccompanied.
I'll be on my way inside him now. Ambushed by Apache?
Yeah. Help us out. We'd be beholden.
Where do you plan to go?
South.
You'd never survive going that way. Ain't nothing but hostiles.
There's a fever epidemic. That wagon's carrying medicine.
It's simple, friend. Go north, stay alive. We will commandeer that army vehicle if you don't oblige us.
Don't threaten me.
We can't go in that direction.
I'll do what I have to do.
Did he bite you?
No, he's trying to run away.
You killed an Apache. We shall see how bravely you die.
G'day, Dallas. It is great to see you again. How are you, mate?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. One of the things I do love about you is that you make time for little guys like us, so we really appreciate it.
No, you guys know way more about movies than anybody else, so it's fun to talk to you guys.
Oh, that's a compliment I'll take and just put in my pocket right there. Last time we spoke, it was for Shut-In, and since then you pumped out a shit ton of stuff. And we're now here to talk about Frontier Crucible. This is almost, I guess, a companion to Bone Tomahawk. At least it's cut from the same cloth, and I think it's going to capture the same audience. What were the origins of this movie?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's not bad to call it Bone Tomahawk Jr. Okay, that's okay. So this book came to me from Craig Zoller. He, obviously we made Bone Tomahawk together and Brawl and Dragged, and he really loved Standoff at Sparrow Creek, a movie that I made with Henry Dunham. And he said, Dallas, he's like, you should buy this book by Harry Whittington. It's unbelievable. It's called Desert Stakeout. He's like, you got to change the title because stakeout means different things now in modern era than back then. And he's like, you don't even need to hire a screenwriter. Just take the book, download it into script format, and just shoot the book. He's like, Zoller is such a genius. He just timed it out in his mind, and it was a 120-minute movie, And so that's what we did. I paid a guy to take the book and write it, like type the book into a screenplay format, like verbatim.
Mhm.
And it was pretty great. And then we made a couple of little changes here and there and whatever, but basically we shot the book. And so that's why there's no screenwriter on the movie.
I was
It's
about
so
to,
weird.
I was about to
It's
ask
so
that
weird.
because I
It's
saw
so
that
weird.
Thomas Jane let slip that it was Craig, that did it, and I'm like, it wasn't.
Yes, no, God love Thomas Jane, but no, Craig Zoller brought me the book. He said shoot the book, and so that's what we did, and it was great. And so yeah, I mean, look, when Zoller tells you to read a Western novel, you're like, okay, great. And my hope actually is that everyone goes out and options the other 200 Pulp Fiction novels that Harry Whittington wrote in his career. He's been dead for many years and turn them into movies. Like these are great little nuggets of story. And so I was really pumped about it. And then so I bought it, and then COVID happened, and it kind of derailed us for a minute. And I went into business with Daily Wire in a major way and things like that. And so anyway, I get this email from this guy Travis Mills, and he looks like a homeless, like kind of Western weirdo. And no, I'm kidding. He's one of my best friends, but like, he was like, I love your movies, and I'm doing this crazy thing where I'm making 12 Westerns in 12 months in the middle of COVID, and every budget's about $15,000. And I said, you're insane. I brought him on board, Terror on the Prairie, which we made with Gina Carano after Shut In.
Yeah.
And I said, Travis, you are going to sit next to Gina and the director, and you are going to make sure that everything Western is correct. And then he did a stunt where we yanked him off of a horse. Then he picked up B cam and started shooting second unit and blah, 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 blah. Then we go and make the Pendragon cycle with Daily Wire. And I just took him with me. I just made him do all the dirty work that I didn't want to do. Right. And so he was the all-star producer on that show. And so, as a thank you, as an earned thank you for all the hard work on those two projects, I said, you're going to direct Frontier Crucible. And I'm going to give you Maxime Alexandra, one of the great DPs. I'm going to give you all these great cast members. And we're just gonna go make the movie, and you're gonna get that shot. And I'm really glad we did it. He's since produced two movies with me afterwards, and I just love the guy, and he really deserved it, and that's how the movie came to be.
That is a great story. Like from script
Yeah.
to that, like that's incredible.
Yeah, from no script to that.
That's right. Can you talk about casting Armie Hammer? I'm really curious to know about this
Yeah.
one because I do love watching him on screen.
Well, y'all know I'm crazy, right? I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
100%.
insane. And because I financed the movie essentially myself with the help of a good friend of mine named Preston Poulter, I said this is the one I can do it on. And look, I've had a rich history of working with so-called canceled actors and things like that. I did it again today with Jonathan Majors. We just announced our next movie. And so, I just believe in redemption, and I believe in second chances. And I also have a really strong belief on certain things in culture and stuff like that. So I don't follow the same necessarily quota obsessed guidelines that the Me Too generation follows.
Mhm.
And so I basically said, I'm gonna put this guy in a movie. Like I'm just gonna do it, right? No one's gonna tell me not to. I'm gonna do it. It's great. It opened the floodgates for him. He's worked ever since. He's worked on multiple movies since then. He's become a friend of mine. Everyone on the crew and cast loved him. He was such an awesome guy. And to his credit, like he dusted off the cobwebs and got back on the horse, pun intended, and just crushed it. I mean, listen, like, did I need to cast him as a violent rapist
I
in the middle of the
know.
Wild West? Probably a weird idea, but we lean into the craziness and we go for it. All I care about is cinema. That's it. My
Yeah.
family and cinema, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And so I just for me, if Hollywood wants to keep canceling actors and it makes them available for me, Great. Keep doing it, you idiots. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love the audacity and the ballsiness to put him in that role because it's a fuck you.
Yeah.
It's a fuck you to everyone, like all the
Yeah.
critics, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have just made him a cannibal. Like that would be an
I know. I know. Yeah, that would have really made it Bone Tomahawk Jr.
Yeah, that's right.
Um,
Unless you even cast an Aussie in there.
Yes, a total discovery.
Yeah.
She's oh my gosh. I mean, look, it's not hard when you're in the 0.001% most beautiful people on the planet. But to her credit, she submitted a self-tape. We had never heard of her before. She caught the eye of Travis, the director, and David Guillermo, my trusted casting director, and they fought for her. They just said, she's our girl. We don't want to see any other actors, blah, 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 blah. They just loved her. And I'm really proud of her. She's become, a really good friend. And, I think she did an amazing job standing with all those Titans.
100%, 100%. Talk about the gore. The gore in this, like Bone Tomahawk, it's just outrageous and delicious and all those things.
The medical scene where he's digging out the bullets and he's just sticking his finger in the really digging around.
There's a particular eye sequence, I guess you would say. I don't want to spoil it for people, but are these things as graphic in the book, or have you just sort of gone hard on it?
No. The book may have been even more than that.
Wow.
Wow.
To be honest, there were a couple of things in the book that were just very hard to shoot. So we kind of redirected and readjusted, but I mean, it was as gnarly. Tate worked with us on Puppet Master. He worked with us on Dragged Across Concrete. He's done a number of films with us. And I just really, really knew that I could trust him with the lack of budget, of course, and with the sort of overt commitment to practical effects, right? You guys know my work. I'm obsessed with it. And so I said to the actors up front, I said, there's not going to be any CGI in this. We're gonna fake burn your eye. We're gonna pour. It was graham crackers that we poured in Army's mouth, but I mean, we were just pouring it in his mouth, it was, I don't know, man, it's awesome, and it looks so much worse and harder to watch than CGI graham crackers in someone's mouth. And then in terms of the blood, look, if you care about this stuff, you follow the greats. And Coppola and his team designed that brown blood for Godfather, for the horse head scene. And then, of course, working with Craig Zoller, you learn the rules, you got to have that brown blood. And so we call it the Dallas Dark. And we now have Oscar-winning Jeff Dawn and Tate Steinsick doing all the hair and makeup. And, they're brilliant. And I tell them, don't let any red blood on set. Other than that, do whatever you want, go crazy. And so that's how it works.
Amazing. And look, I said at the start of this, you've been pumping stuff out and you've got a whole lot more in the pipeline. Can you tell us a little bit about John Rambo? Because that's got me hard.
Yeah. So so the funny thing about John Rambo is I hear about, because I get the info, the updates, right? And so I hear about all of it soon, and I'm like, how do I not tell the world what I know right now? So like previously it was like Jamari Hollander is directing John Rambo. Oh my gosh. And I had to keep that a secret for months.
Yeah.
And what happened was my friends at Millennium, they had a real challenge. They got in trouble with one of the guilds, and I signed a guarantee that I would use my company to step in for them and to essentially guarantee the residuals for the writers. I felt that they were unfairly treated, but also at the same time, as a deep sort of champion of artists and who cares so much about my writers, I wanted these guys to know going into this movie that they were going to be protected, right? So I stepped in and I got to get credits on the movie and be a part of it and all that kind of stuff for protecting the writers. And so that's my contribution to John Rambo. I know way too much about it. The footage is unreal, and it's just going to be awesome. It's
Yeah.
going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it. What a director to get for that one too. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
perfect.
Wait till y'all hear about the rest of the cast. Oh
Oh
man.
no. Awesome. Um, I did notice that Craig Zala's latest film, Empire City, was shot here in Melbourne, where we're based.
Yeah.
You should come down here and make a movie. Have you ever considered
I
making something down
know.
under?
We got some
I
great
know, you know,
tax
that
breaks, and our
yes.
dollar's not worth anything.
Yes. Well, and my wife is a major tennis fan, and she's been to most of the big tournaments except the Australian Open. So maybe we'll come down next January.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come down in
that
the
that
summer.
that
Yeah,
was a great script that Zoller wrote that we sold as a spec script.
Right.
It was called Breaking the Empire State, which I think is a better title, but
Hmm.
and they took Zoller's concept and they rewrote him, and it's got touches of Zoller in it still, but it's really become something else.
It's become the next
So
Gerard Butler film.
it's become the whatever it's going to become.
Yeah, yeah,
When they
right.
when they pay you and they own it, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
And I'm sure it's going to be great. I mean, those producers are friends of mine. Those are good writers that they brought on to replace him. I mean, whatever, like we'll see. We'll
well,
see.
they've certainly transformed the streets of Melbourne CBD. So, I'll be interested to
Yes,
see how
yes.
they pull
The
it off.
truth is, if I came to Australia and made a movie, I'd have to go way out into the middle of nowhere because everyone would freak out too much.
Yeah, yeah,
They'd be
yeah.
like, this guy's really killing people. It's too real.
Oh, you need to come down and remake Quickly Down Under.
Yeah, yeah, right. That's so good.
I'm
That's such a
wondering,
great
I'm wondering
movie.
what your thoughts are on like the current state of cinema. Do you have any favorites,
Yeah.
recently that you've watched?
We had an unbelievable win today with Paramount beating Netflix for Warner Brothers.
Yeah, saw that.
That for anyone who cares about theatrical cinema, right? Those two words, theatrical cinema, we may have saved the industry today. I really believe that. David Ellison and his father and everyone who works over at Paramount are going to be amazing stewards of an unbelievable legacy brand. And while I do love Netflix and I watch it all the time, um, I don't trust their commitment to theatrical.
Hmm.
And if you follow the news, especially from AMC theaters, they're in such trouble right now. They're closing tons and tons of theaters in America. Their stock is in the toilet, and they're so deeply in debt, there's probably not a way out for them. And so I fear, I'm a vocal conservative. I'm a populist. I believe in a strong middle class. I don't believe that the movie theater will survive as a middle class family experience for much longer. I'm really worried about that it's going to start to become more and more expensive and price people out. And I really hate that. I really hate that concept. I want the community of seeing a theatrical movie and then proper windowing.
Hmm.
Proper windowing. It goes theaters 60 to 90 days. 90 would be great. 120 would be great. 60 is the minimum. You can't go less than that.
Hmm.
Then it needs to go to premium on demand. You pay $19, you rent the movie, blah, 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 blah. Rentals. Then you need the transactionals, right? The $7.99s and blah, 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 blah. And then finally, at the end, it goes to streaming. And that's when it's free because streaming is essentially a utility now. We pay
Yeah.
our Netflix bill like we pay the power company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just really think today was a big day for all of us. I really believe in it. And I'm thrilled that so many great companies are investing so much money in physical media. I own probably 50 imprint titles from Australia because they do such a good job.
Hmm.
And is it Via Vision? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable work. I mean, that they're one of my favorite labels. I ordered tons of stuff from them. And I just really think that protecting the physical media and the theatrical experience is so tantamount, so important to us as film people that it's the only thing we should worry about in terms of that. We can talk about AI till we're blue in the face. We can talk about practical effects and great act, blah, 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 blah. But the way people consume movies has to be protected. And so I'm really proud of that. I'm really happy about that moment happening today, even as a fan of Netflix. But I thought that was good. In terms of movies I've liked lately, this year has started off pretty bad. I kind of thought Dracula was sort of weird and fun, the Luc Besson movie. I'm not sure it was any good, but I certainly was not,
It
I
looked
liked
great.
Iron Lung. I thought Iron Lung was really interesting. I'm just not sure these are great movies.
Yeah.
But go back last year, and some of my favorite movies, literally of all time, Eddington, Warfare, Weapons, F1 I thought was great. Don't laugh, but I loved Minecraft. Um,
He said, "Don't laugh,
certainly,
Glenn."
Yeah, I know, shit.
yeah, yeah, certainly, one battle after another in Sinners, although I find them morally reprehensible personally from my own politics and my own sort of personal values and views. Cinematically, they're brilliant. And so I think that last year was a really great year for movies. And you got to credit DeLuca and Pam Abdi at Warner Brothers and all the hard work they did, and the folks at A24 and Neon and stuff like that. These people love movies. They love movies. And to have Paramount now in David Ellison's hands, there's a chance, there's a real chance we might have a shot at this, but it's going to take a lot of hard work, and you just got to keep going, keep making great movies, and don't compromise.
I can't think of a better sentiment to wrap this up on, to be honest with you, because that's essentially what we're all about. Like you can see, we're about the physical media and theatrical, and we love that stuff.
Yes.
So I want to thank you for your
Yes.
time. I want everyone to go and catch Frontier Crucible because it's gnarly. It's absolutely awesome. And if they love Bone Tomahawk, they're going to love that.
Thanks, guys, for having me. We so appreciate all the support. And yeah, Frontier Crucible is a total labor of love for people who love movies and love Westerns. And if you love Bone Tomahawk, you're going to love Frontier Crucible.
It's time for your top 5 pirate movies. Glenn, take it away.
Take it away.
Take it away. What's your number 5?
How weird
In
is
no
this
particular
though?
order.
How weird is this though? So like merely 2 hours ago,
Yep.
you mentioned Keith before. He got in touch with me and goes, "Hey, I just watched Treasure Island again on Disney." I'm like, "What are the fucking odds?" Like, okay, we're about to talk about pirate movies, mate. I thought that was eerie. And yes, Treasure Island is in my top 5 favorite pirate movies.
Which one? The Disney one?
The Disney one for sure.
Well, there's
with,
a couple of
with the
Disney.
Robert Newton one. The Robert from 1950.
Right, okay.
Yeah, fantastic.
There's a
It's-
couple.
I believe that was Disney's first feature-length live-action movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe. I think I read something about that. Sounds a bit off, but fact check. I'll fact check on the screen, okay?
I believe
that.
it.
That's just what happens when you pull
I'll
out
take that.
information you think is correct.
I'll take that for gospel, and I'll use it in pub trivia, and we'll see.
And if I put that on TikTok, they will fucking let me know.
Yes, they will.
For sure.
They will.
Yeah, so look, I'm partial to a good pirate movie.
Pirate movie. You know-
I think they can be done very poorly as well. Case in point, I don't like the Pirates of the Caribbean saga.
I like parts of them. I don't like Jack Sparrow,
No, neither do I.
but I like
The production value and the swashbuckle nature of it.
all of that stuff. I like Orlando Bloom. I like Keira Knightley. I like Jack Davenport or whatever the hell that guy's name is.
Yeah.
Who's the other thingo captain, and Tom Hollander, and I like
Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah. Bill Nye.
Bill Nye is great. Like all of that stuff I enjoy. I find the stupid lucky Jack Sparrow drunk Johnny Depp. I find Johnny Depp to be almost unwatchable.
He's insufferable.
In 90% of things post. What was it? Like,
Look, I
like Rum Diaries.
I do like him a lot, but I have an issue with this character. But for me, more it's they jump the shark with the supernatural. Like it becomes really dumb
with Davy Jones. Yeah, I mean the first one was
It's not my bag. Anyway, but let's go through our top 5. I've got 5 here.
I was going to say before you say that though, when you brought up Treasure Island, the only thing that I watched from this, like because I've been meaning to for years, years.
You watched the Eddie Izzard one, didn't you?
No. But Disney did create. I think it's Disney. created a science fiction TV series of Treasure Island with Ernest Borgnine as Long John Silver. And it is, and I remember watching it as a kid, and I remember loving it. And it was released here in Australia on VHS. The pilot, first 2 episodes or whatever, I think, were released on VHS as a standalone movie.
Yep.
But the series went on, and I'd found the VHS, but I was like, am I going to have to try and watch it? I didn't want to watch it in the lounge room where the VHS is hooked up. But luckily, I found it on YouTube. But they're taped off German TV. And so there's just parts, like 90% of it is in English, but there's the other 10% is in German, and it's fucking weird.
Yep.
And the show is fucking weird, but definitely worth checking out.
Well, before I jump into mine once again, one that was going to be in my top 5 just from recollection. Like, I'm like, as a kid, I loved it, and I thought, yeah, this has got to be in there. And I watched it leading up to this, and I'm like, oh, it's terrible. And that was the Roman Polanski Pirates with Walter Matthau.
Yeah, I've tried to watch that a couple of times.
It's just boring. Like, it's just a nothing movie. He's great in it. Walter Matthau's great, and the opening stuff is fantastic, but it just nothing happens in that movie.
I find that and Time Bandits I've never been able to get into.
Yeah, I do like that one. But yeah,
I don't understand what's going on. I don't know if I've been paying attention properly or whatever it is, but I just never.
My wife would kill me if I didn't mention the pirate movie, the Aussie movie musical that is one of her favourite films of all time.
I've realised that I've always confused the pirate movie with Pirates of Penzance, the movie.
Well, they're kind of similar. They're campy and
they're pretty much the
same. But it is fun, the pirate movie. Yeah. But no, my number one, I'm going to start number one and just go down.
Oh, so your ones are in order?
No.
Okay.
I'm just going to start with one.
Okay.
I've got to. I've got no choice. But it probably is my favourite of the lot. It's a 1990 Disney movie called Shipwrecked with Gabrielle Byrne playing a pirate called John Merrick. This is such a fun movie. It's almost Lord of the Flies in nature in a way. Have you seen it?
I have many years ago. I remember him being a great villain.
He's great. What's fascinating about this movie is it is definitely a Disney-produced movie, but it's a Norwegian film as well. So there are 2 versions, right? Where one version, the Norwegian one, the Norwegian characters talk Norwegian to each other. The Disney version, they talk in English, but they actually shot it both ways, I believe. I don't think it's dubbed. But it's fantastic.
It when a movie goes both ways.
But it's about a little kid whose family in the Alps or whatever is forced into servitude on a ship because his family owed debt or whatever, and they're going to lose the farm otherwise. So he's conscripted to 2 years hard labor on the ship. They become shipwrecked, and then he discovers the loot of Gabrielle Byrne's pirate character. Gabrielle Byrne's posing as a captain to navigate them through the dangerous pirate territories.
Right.
Turns out he is the pirate.
Yeah.
And then so this kid sets up booby traps Home Alone style and snafu's their plans, and it's just a really fun movie, but shot like a film. It's not like the regular run-of-the-mill Disney Saturday movie. It's an actual film, and I just love it. So that's definitely the first one.
That's your first one?
Yeah.
Well, first I'm going to talk a bit. Well, I'm not really going to talk about it. I'm just going to drop the name drop, and then we can move on. Ice Pirates.
Yeah, I thought you'd put that in there.
Ice Pirates. Look, the movie starts with them breaking into another ship. It's a science fiction film. Angelica Houston, Robert Urich, Mary Crosby.
Hey, that fly's back from last week. Jesus.
He hasn't died. Stay away from my chicken. But they break into this other ship through the toilets.
Yeah, right.
And there is an alien taking a dump.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
And like the thing starts like with him sitting on the toilet, picking his nose and pulling out a giant booger and then wiping it on the wall. And then they kind of cut through the wall. And it's one of those great gags where Robert Urich is the first one through and he's like, oh, take care of him. And then the guy behind him says, so there's a line of people and they're all just take care of him, take care of him, take care of him. And then like even the robots are doing it.
Yeah.
Until the last one, like, take care of him. And he kind of walks off and the guy's like, what? And the robot realizes that he's the last one and has to take care of him. It's that kind of comedy. It's great. It's got space herpes. It's got... It's just
one of those early bonding moments I recall with my stepdad. It's the first time he ever swore affectionately to me.
Right.
And we're watching it, and it's not a bad swear word, but I was really little. And it's the scene where they're on like the conveyor belt. He's about to get his dick lasered or whatever.
No, castrated.
Castrated. And my dad just looked at me and he goes, they're going to chop his dick off. And I'm like, oh my God.
You said a rude
He
swear.
said dick, and it was like, that's just implanted in my memory forever, that movie and that moment. So I'm going to do two for here because they are connected. It's Treasure Island, the Disney film from 1950 with Robert Newton. I think it's one of the best portrayals of a pirate. I think it really set the stereotype.
The benchmark?
Yeah, like all pirates since then have kind of been that model, you know, the peg leg, the parrot, you know, that kind of thing. And then there was a sequel called Long John Silver in 1954. Now, that was not a Disney production, but because the book was in public domain, the producers just decided to seize the opportunity, pump out a sequel before Disney do, and they managed to get Robert Newton back playing the same character, which made it feel like a legitimate sequel.
Yeah.
And then they shot that in Australia, and straight after that, they then produced a TV series in Australia, which is an actual Aussie series called Long John Silver, and he reprised his role again.
Awesome.
So he carried that character through quite a lot. And if you don't mind, I'm going to chase that up with just the honourable mention to Return to Treasure Island. It's not in my list, but that is also a good Long John Silver tale.
You're going to say the Disney Treasure, the animated one, which I quite like.
Treasure Planet?
Treasure Planet,
That's a good one too. But no, Return to Treasure Island
Atlantis,
is where the concept of the film is that the Robert Louis Stevenson book is fact.
Right.
And they go to the island from the 1950s. They go to the island to try and find the treasure from the real story.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So it's an
legend.
Interesting take.
I don't know how many I have to do now to kind of catch up.
Doesn't matter. I've got two more official ones to go.
Well, look, for me, number 2, Captain Ron.
Yes. I didn't even think about that one. I love Captain Ron.
One of the greatest family vacation that turns into a pirate movies of all time.
Yep.
Kurt Russell, Martin Short. I can't remember who the kids are. But it is. But they basically hire Captain Ron to sail their boat.
Is one of them
for them?
Is one of them Cosmo? What's his name from? What about Bob and Hook? No,
it could be. I can't remember.
I'll look it up. You keep going.
But yeah, look, I don't have much to say about it. It's just fucking
Benjamin
great.
Salisbury was the kid. Yep. Yeah, that was a fun movie.
And who's the wife? Mary Beth Hurd or someone like that? Or
Mary Kay Place.
Mary Kay Place. I knew it was one of the Marys.
It's a Mary of some sort.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a second one there? Or another one?
Okay, I'll do another one. Look, and this one... Look, it is a pirate movie, but it's not a pirate movie. It's The Goonies. You've got the poster up on the wall.
it is definitely a pirate movie.
They are chasing pirate treasure, but I think they're on a ship for about 2 minutes.
No, but they've got a treasure map that they're using.
They're following a treasure map, and they're,
I 100% classify that as a pirate movie.
Look,
yeah.
I just couldn't not have it on the list.
If you were to ask people that are into pop culture, name 5 pirates, One-Eyed Willie's got to be in there.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, yeah.
Well, my next one is... I think it's another... Yeah, it is Disney. It's Blackbeard's Ghost from 1968 with Peter Ustinov and Dean Jones. This is a ripper. And I think Elsa Lancaster's in there as well. You know, the original Bride of Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
It is hilarious. Not only is it funny, it was directed by... Oh, it's the guy that did bloody Mary Poppins. Is it Robert Stevenson?
I think so, yeah.
Yes. And he did a bunch of these kind of movies. He did The Shaggy Dog. He did Flubber, Son of Flubber. Like all those kind of Disney movies. And
Canterville Ghost.
Blackbeard's Ghost is about Dean Jones's character rents a room in like an old cove, a hotel in a cove that's haunted by Blackbeard. And so Blackbeard is the ghost that's on his shoulder for the whole movie. You know, no one else can see him but Dean Jones. And Peter Ustinov is wonderful in it. Very funny, you know, when he drives the car for the first time, that kind of stuff. It's very Flubber-esque.
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful Disney movie.
It was one of the first. It was one of the movies when Disney Plus launched in Australia, and I got the service.
Yep.
I didn't care about the new stuff. I was looking for the classics.
It's the only thing I use the Disney platform for is the old stuff.
This was one of the films that I jumped immediately.
The production value is great too.
Yeah.
Like the set pieces are incredible.
These are like if you're a kid in the 80s, and it's like a Sunday afternoon, and this movie's on. Then you're set.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's definitely one of my top 5 favourite pirate movies.
Yeah. Look, I feel like mine are all super kind of obvious. Princess Bride.
Yeah, that was not obvious to me.
Yeah.
It is now.
He is the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yep.
Yeah, look, a fantastic film. You know, Carrie Ullis, Robin Wright Penn.
Yep. What needs to be said? Great comedy.
Yeah. Fantastic film. Yeah. It's not a comment. It is.
My last one is a brand new one that I only discovered the other week, and it's on Prime, and it's called The Bluff.
I've seen the ads for this.
It stars Carl Urban, Priyanka Chopra, Jonas.
Jonas, yeah, she's married to Jonas.
And Timura Morrison. All shot in Australia. It is... Imagine the grand spectacle swashbuckler of the Pirates of the Caribbean without the supernatural.
So Cutthroat Island?
Yes. But then the violence of, God, like Bone Tomahawk. It is really gratuitously violent.
Ooh.
There are like...
Yeah, look,
there are like machetes in heads, and it's really disgusting, and like it's so violent and gratuitous that it's delicious.
Are they like Somali pirates?
No, they are. Where are they located? I think they're in the South Pacific, if I'm not mistaken.
What's the gang that are the Phantom's?
Maybe it's the West Indies. Sorry.
What's the gang that are the Phantom's mortal enemies?
Yeah, I don't.
Something because they're pirates too.
Yeah,
they're it's the Shang Brotherhood or something like that. That are.
But Carl Urban is a pirate that is looking for a former captain. A former captain, which is, what's her name?
Priyanka Chopra.
And she's now living on an island with David Field and a few others in a little community. She's made her life turn around. She's turned her life around. She's got kids, and she doesn't want back into the game, but she has something that Keith Urban needs. And she promised him, and she deceived him to get away.
Right.
And he comes with his men and absolutely massacres the village, leaving only her and her kids left. And it is fucking amazing. And tell you what, do you remember we watched Napoleon and we saw what a cannonball can do to a horse?
Yeah.
Wait till you see what it can do to a human. Like, oh my God. So yeah, look, I instantly put this into what I would say is in my top 5 pirate movies of all time.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm going to check this
one
out.
The Bluff. And what a great title, The Bluff.
The Bluff, yeah. Well, look, my last one is another science fiction film again. It's Serenity.
Yeah, the Reavers.
The Reavers, the Firefly film, which there have been some wild rumors circulating that it's coming back. But
not if Joss Whedon's the one doing it.
Well, yeah, that's the interesting thing. But it's they did a TikTok video or Instagram post where Nathan Fillion caught up with I can't remember her name, but she's from Suits.
Yeah.
And they like, it's time. Is it time? I think it's time. And you're like, ooh, what's happening? So,
people have been wanting it for 20 years now. It's hard to believe that Serenity, which was the movie version of Firefly, was his attempt to continue the franchise after it got cancelled.
It got cancelled because the networks destroyed it.
Yeah.
Like they played it out of order and did all sorts of stupid things. And the fan, it was one of the first fan crusades that worked.
Yeah.
After the show got cancelled, and so they made the movie. And I happened to be at Comic-Con in San Diego, and I got to see a preview screening. Like they were giving out, it was like a raffle, and I won.
Yep.
And I got to see the film with Joss Whedon and Nathan Fillion.
Phenomenal.
And the visual effects hadn't been 100% finished and stuff. It was still like a little rough, but it was fucking great.
The movie is great, but what I'm saying is like it's a shame that was the attempt to revive it, and it's been 20 years and nothing
happened because I think it was still a success.
Yeah,
like the Serenity, I think didn't flop or anything, but
also came just before MCU took off and kind of reshaped the landscape, particularly with that kind of Fox stuff.
But then they all went on to fantastic careers. Just about everyone in it.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk. How good's he? Yeah.
He's so good. I think only the Doctor is the only one who kind of, and I guess Ron Glass, who already had a pretty strong career, but
Shoofly
away from the chicken boy.
Jesus Christ.
Nathan Fillion, of course, went on to many great TV shows, Castle and Rookie and
Superman,
movies in between, and Superman. The woman whose name I can't for the life of me.
The one that was in Buffy.
Suits.
Angel. She was in Angel.
She was in Angel. She was in Buffy. She had in Suits and had a spin-off, Jessica Pearson. I remember her character's name from Suits.
But not her.
But not her name. Even Summer Glau went on to the Terminator TV series where
Sarah-
she's the
Sarah Jane, whatever it's
Sarah,
called.
the
Sarah
Sarah
Connor.
Connor Chronicles. She's the Terminator. And a bunch of other stuff. Like, they all had fantastic careers. And, of course, Marina Baccarin just went fucking insane.
But just conceptually, fantastic.
But a fantastic show.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's... look, sometimes it doesn't work when a TV series spawns a movie like that. Serenity definitely works. Chiwetel Ejiofor is the kind of the main villain. Fucking great.
He is. He's great.
He's great.
Some honourable mentions before we wrap the show up, which I will let you do because you're hosting. You're hosting. I did revisit Yellowbeard, which is notoriously known as one of the worst films of all time, but I laugh watching that movie. It's kind of, I call it Monty Python adjacent, like Jabberwocky and Eric the Viking. Those jokes at the start where the Madeline Kahn says to him, "That night you were making love to me, I was raping you."
There's a lot of rape jokes in it.
But she considered it making love, but he was not happy with that. He's like, "No, I was raping you."
Cheech and Chong pop up in it. Like, it's everyone.
It is everyone.
Everyone who was in kind of comedy at that time.
I think Hook, the Spielberg one's really good.
I've never got into any of the Peter Pan movies.
No, fair enough.
Except for the animated one.
Fair enough. Pirates of the Plane was originally going to be an earnest movie. I just will have you know.
Can't have a show without
Tim Curry took over the role from Jim Varney, but John Cherry still directed. I do love Captain Clegg, which I think is an old Disney one, and Dr. Sin, alias the Scarecrow. Now, that's a movie I haven't seen since I was a kid, but it terrified me. And if you look at the poster for it, you'll see why. It is just mortifying. The imagery in that one. And lastly, I'm surprised this did not make your number one position, but it was Pirates, the porno. Do you remember that?
I do. The 3-disc.
We had a
3-disc DVD.
We had a watch party for that back in the day when everyone except for me was living in this big share house, and we'd all get together and watch stuff. We put Pirates on this. I mean, it is like, was it the most expensive pornographic film ever made? Cost something like $8 million or whatever.
Digital Playground put it out, had all the biggest stars of the day. I think Janine Lindemuller, who had actually achieved quite a bit of outside of porn fame by being the girl on the the what's the Enema of the State album cover. She's
the glove,
the stupid
Blink 182.
Blink 182, the punk band, ska band, whatever.
But it is, but it's also a legitimate pirate movie. Like, the production value is incredible.
Yeah, they released a non-porn version, like they used to back in the 80s on video. You had like Dracula Sucks and stuff like that, where they cut all the sex out, and it was just a movie.
Yeah, so there you go. That one too.
Yeah, I didn't have any honourable mentions. I think we've talked about just about all of them.
It's been a good roundup.
And a good show.
A great show.
Thank you for joining me, Glenn, as always.
Oh, well, yeah, it's my place.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, let's see what happens when I suggest next week that we record at my house. I have no space.
That's right.
And then you have to drive home before you can edit.
That's right.
But, the dog will be there.
You can go to goodmoviemonday.com and go to our socials, give us a like, a follow, all that kind of stuff. Drop us a line, comment on the episode, and don't forget those cinema tickets.
Yeah.
Is that all?
That's it.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye.